It's so great to see you. Calvin Nayusi-Mawaso is the author and illustrator of Black Sun, graphic novel series that follows a group of unlikely heroes who must band together to reclaim their world from a ruthless, invading alien armada. And he joins me today. Calvin, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. This is great.
Yeah, I'm really excited to have this conversation with you because it's a two-part. We're going to start off. We're going to talk a little bit about Black Sun comics.
Yep.
And then you are going to teach me how to draw. You don't want to miss this. I am not an illustrator. This is going to be terrible for me, but it's going to be great for you.
It'll be a great time.
So, Calvin, tell me about Black Sun Comics. So it's Afrofuturism.
Yep.
What is that?
So for those who don't know, Afrofuturism is basically an alternative to mainstream science fiction and fantasy. And I would say that it's science fiction and fantasy from a Black perspective. So the characters in it are always going to be people of African descent. There's always going to be Black history and culture kind of mixed in with the storyline. And it's just a different perspective on what we normally call science fiction and fantasy.
Right.
So that's what I do.
You're up to number 6 now.
Yes. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How many more do you think you're going to write?
Well, as many as I can.
Yeah, definitely.
But this first story, Black Sun: The Longest Night, is going to go until book 7, and that will kind of complete the first saga, I guess you could say. And then after that, I have 2 other stories in my head that I want to put out that kind of follow what was happening already. And then I have some ideas for other cartooning projects, which is what we're going to get into after when you let me know.
So speaking of cartooning, so you also run workshops.
Yes.
So tell me about the workshops that you run.
So as I was doing this, a lot of people would read the books and teachers would find them and say, oh, okay, this is good for representation in the classroom. Can you come talk to us about your books? And that's something that I'd never expected when I first started this. And I was like, yeah. So I started running workshops where I teach kids how to draw, how to create characters, how to tell stories. So it's a process of, like telling them about a story arc, beginning, middle, and end, the climax of the story, and then how to create your character based on your imagination and actually make a believable and entertaining story that allows you to express yourself. So kids really get into it.
How did you learn to draw?
Good question. How did I learn to draw? It's just something that I've always been doing. Oh, I remember.
Okay.
So as a kid, I used to read Garfield.
Yes.
Like Garfield comics.
Yeah.
And I loved Garfield, addicted to Garfield. And I was just like, how do you do this? So I would just copy Garfield. And I just draw Garfield because that was my favorite character at the time. And then I got into other things like Spider-Man, and I would just copy what I saw.
Yeah.
And through that process, you just kind of develop your own style, like as you mature. And yeah, that's how I learned how to draw. So no one really taught me. I had art classes in school, but they didn't really teach cartooning.
No.
So it's just kind of my own thing. I did it in my spare time.
I love that story. I mean, as a kid, I hope maybe a kid's watching and this is kind of inspirational. Like, start small.
Yep.
And keep going and going and going and going. And it's one of those things like, just don't give up.
Yeah.
If you've got a bit of talent and you're going to commit, then, you could do this too.
That's a good point. That's very important because if you do plan on doing this, making books, sometimes you're going to do it and no one's going to like it.
Yeah.
Right? But if you love what you're doing, you'll just keep at it until you get something that resonates with people.
Yeah.
And then you take things from there.
I think that's true with a lot of things, right? You got to just keep throwing it at the wall and see what sticks,
exactly.
right? That resilience and perseverance. And speaking of resilience and perseverance, I am going to persevere while you teach me how to draw. So what are we going to draw today?
Today we're going to draw a cartoon character.
Okay.
Because we're pressed for time, I think we'll just start with the face.
Okay.
But I want to show something real quick. So I'm going to show you what I like to call a cartooning toolkit. And I don't know if the camera can see this.
Yeah, just one right there. There you go.
What's on here, if you can't see, are a bunch of just basic shapes.
Okay.
So cartooning is the process of taking complex objects and breaking them down to their basic shapes.
Okay, well that sounds doable.
Yes. So, you have a square, rectangle, circle, triangle, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to use a collection of these shapes to draw a character.
Okay. All right. Can I use the pencil? I don't need to commit to the Sharpie yet?
You don't need to commit to the Sharpie.
Okay.
So what we have here is just a piece of watercolor paper.
Okay.
And regular pencils. You can get this at any art store. So typically, if we think of a face, we're drawing what? An oval?
An oval.
An oval or a circle.
Okay.
So what I like to do is just start with a basic shape like this.
Okay, so you want me to do that too?
Yeah, you can do a circle.
Do I have to do the fancy multiple
You don't have
circles
to.
on there? Okay.
I go around just because I don't always get it right the first time.
Okay.
And then what I like to do, and this is something that people sometimes have trouble with,
Yes.
is placing where the eyes and the nose and the mouth should go
Okay.
on your face.
Okay.
So I like to do this by drawing a simple cross. So kind of curved with the line. There we go. Your lines are straighter than mine. Okay.
Oh!
We're good.
Okay.
So now that we have this shape here, we're going to start with the ears.
Okay.
Right. And
So we're not going straight to the eyes. We're doing the ears.
Yeah, we're going to do the ears
Okay.
first. And the reason why is because this horizontal line tells us where the top of the ear is going to be. So for the ear, you can use a semicircle or a square. I'm going to use a square, for instance.
Okay, I'll do a semicircle just to be different.
So I'm just going to draw something like this.
Okay. On both sides.
On both sides.
Okay. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty white. There we go. There you go. We're on our way. Okay.
And now, based on this cross, we know where the nose, the mouth, and the eyes should go.
Okay.
So next we'll draw the nose. You could do a circle for the nose, or you could do a square. Let's do this. I'm going to draw my nose going like that.
It's not a circle or a square, though, Calvin.
I guess I lied. I made it more complicated.
All right, I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to stick to what you said and follow the instructions.
There we go.
There we go.
And now the eyes are going to go kind of beside here. And depending on how you want to do your character, you can do their eyes wide apart or together.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do my character's eyes wide apart.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw a semicircle like this.
Okay.
And maybe another semicircle like this.
So now we can branch out into...
Now's when you get creative.
Now we can get creative. Okay.
Because you have your base for everything.
Okay. I don't know. Mine's looking a little ominous here, Calvin. I'm going to tell you.
Mine's looking a bit weird. That's good.
This is good?
This is really good.
This is... Oh, okay. Well,
and as the artist, not me.
Well.
And then you can draw your pupils in.
Okay, so more circles here. Mine's looking kind of... He's giving you the side eye there.
There we go.
Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Yours is good.
And then we can draw hair.
Okay.
So I like to put my hairline like maybe around here. I'm drawing a boy, so this is why I'm doing this. And then I kind of go like this.
See, the hairs are usually where I fall apart here. Okay,
well,
so
what kind of hair? Do you want to draw hair like yours?
Do I want to? I guess I could. What, spiral?
All you got to do is like a little part like this and then draw the rest.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, we'll do that.
I'm going to draw mine with a big afro because I can't grow hair anymore. I'm bald. Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Telling everybody your secrets here. You've got the hat on. Nobody would have known. This has been so fun, Calvin. We got 30 seconds left. Where can people find you?
So if you go to blacksuncomics.com and sign up for the email list, you'll be able to get updates on whatever kind of workshop that I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm doing a few workshops at high schools in Durham region and, more things in the future.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for teaching me how to draw today. Thank you. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. And we are going to take another quick break, but stay with us. There's more to come. I'll see you on the other side.